Holly from Mackie Rose Cards. Today I'm going to show you how to make a little more detailed card that has no layers, but it's more artsy with the use of stamps. So I have a piece of cardstock here that it's an 8.5 by 11 that I cut in half, and I'm just going to fold it in half. And I'm using two stamp sets from Stampin' Up. I'm using On the Horizon and I'm using Oceanfront. And as you can see, the Oceanfront has just basically some different, for lack of a better term, splotch stamps. So let's get started. So what I'm doing first is I'm laying down just a plain piece of computer paper to kind of be able to protect my surface here. I just have a cutting mat I typically work on, but in this case I'm going to use a piece of paper behind it. I like to do that a lot because I'll stamp what we call stamping off, and I'll show you what that means in a minute. So the first thing I'm going to use is the Stampin' Up! Ink called Crumb Cake. It's a very light tan, and you'll be able to see that here in a minute. If I get this right. Okay. It kind of looks like sand. I'm going to tap this on here. Right about there. And it's not going to look perfect, but sand doesn't look perfect. So I'll scrub off my stamp. I always like to scrub off my stamps and clean them as I use them. So if you're seeing that happening with my arms reaching, it's because it's over here to my right. The next one I'm going to do is this particular one. And I'm going to use an ink called Pool Party. This is also Stampin' Up! Ink. Most of my inks right now are Stampin' Up! I did order from somebody else that I'm going to try. We'll see how it goes. So this one, I'm just going to try, turn that upside down. Oh, that doesn't work that way. A lot of this is trial and error. I'm just going to stamp that down for the ocean water. Scrub off my stamp. And then the next one was the other shape in the Oceanfront set. And these are polymer stamps, as you can see. In case you don't know, the polymer stamps are these clear stamps. They're flexible. They're not overly tacky, but they do stick on your acrylic block. The other kind of stamps are called a cling stamp. This one's really stuck on here. And it has the rubber, orange rubber consistency. Okay, so this one I'm going to use is called Balmy Blue. This seems to be one of my favorite colors here of late. I've been using it a lot. So this is going to be my sky. Okay. Now you can see I have a little bit of spacing between some of these, and I'm going to fix that with a blender brush. So it kind of looks like, this one's been used already obviously, it kind of looks like a makeup blender brush, and it does have that consistency, and you could probably use them for that. But in this case, I'm just going to kind of tap this on. And when I talked about tapping off before, tapping off is just kind of going like this and seeing where your ink is. And I just want to do a light base with this to try and blend these two. And these brushes, you can see it's taken me a little bit here to kind of blend that in through, to try and get it to meet. That's better. Just so it's not such a harsh break in there with the white. That kind of messes with the eye when you're looking at it. I'm going to do a little bit down here on the sand part. Try and make it look like there's not a hard edge, it's coming into the sand. I must confess, this is not my original idea. I found this online, and I liked it so much. It gives a really cool effect. So the next thing I'm going to do is give it some grass along the edge, and I'm going to use Garden Green. Again, another Stampin' Up! Ink pad. Most of my colored ink pads are Stampin' Up! Right now, they're my favorites. Till I find something else. I'm just going to kind of stamp this along here. A couple different places. And bear with me because my thumb hit the ink pad. So I'm using a baby wipe. As you can see, my fingers are stained because I've been doing a lot of stamping this morning. So I'm just going to kind of, I think I'll do one more down here closer to the edge of the page. Clean my stamp off. And there's another one on here I want to use. That. This little tiny one. I'm still going to use Garden Green, but I'm going to kind of stamp so there's varying colors here. And I'm kind of stamping off the edge a little bit. I think that's enough. Next thing I'm going to add to this is from the On the Horizon stamp set. This is a cling set, so this is the red rubber. This is just birds, and I'm going to do this with, make sure my birds are right. There we go. I'm just going to do this with the StazOn Black, and I'm just going to put it right there in the sky. Clean off my stamp and put it aside. This one I am going to, I think I'm just going to do Thinking of You. And I'll do that in black. I think I'm going to just put it right on the side. Right like that. And on the inside, I'm going to do Relax and Enjoy Your Day. And I'll use the Garden Green for that. So there. Now, having said this, and this is going to happen no matter how long you've been stamping, this is going to happen. I can't really send this card out because I've smudged the card here. So I'm going to have to redo this after I wash my hands. This is a common problem with stampers. Again, you can see the ink on my hands. I end up washing my hands a lot. But you get the gist of what you can do with making art out of your rubber stamps. Thank you for watching. Please put comments linked down below. Please like it. And please subscribe to my channel. We're going to have a lot more cards coming up. I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much.